I shut in 6 times. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I'm your host, Marcus. If you haven't already, please give this stream a like. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Let's try to get this stream to at least 50 likes. It would be greatly appreciated. Obviously, if you've seen the thumbnail for this live stream, as well as the description, I'm going to be giving you guys my Halloween Ends spoiler review, some live talking points from, about the movie. I watched the movie last night, and I'm going to watch it again in theaters, as I already have all my tickets already booked and all that stuff. So I'm not going to back out of that. Got some family plans for that tonight. But I did catch the movie, and if it's a light delay, I excuse the delay. StreamYard sometimes be on a delay with YouTube or whatnot. But I watched the movie last night, and so I've only watched it one time. But my initial reaction, I'm just going to shoot straight from the hip, guys. I'm not going to waste too much time, getting into, introductions and all that stuff. I already gave the intro and all that. Just really want to shoot from the hip on what I feel about this movie. Now, I do want to say, don't let how I feel about this movie, if you have not seen this movie yet, or if you have, don't let how I feel about it deter what you may feel about the movie. I don't want to sit there and slur anybody's judgment of this movie. I'm just giving you guys my opinion on how I feel about this movie and what I feel they did wrong, because I'll admit I'm not a fan right now of Halloween Ends. I knew that there was a risk of that going into this movie. I just did not know how much of a risk it was going to be. Like, I'm really not a fan of what they did. Now, in terms of trying to get different with a Halloween movie, with a Michael Myers movie, I get it and I respect it, because we talk about in the community all the time of these horror movies, and especially with these iconic characters, getting different and not trying to recycle the same thing. The issue what I have with the direction that they went with Corey Cunningham was that he was the whole fucking movie. Like, I get it, you were trying to be different, but from what we got in Halloween 2018, and especially in Halloween Kills, you completely ignored, especially in terms of dialogue, what that movie, what Halloween Kills created in terms of the Michael Myers character, the essence of evil, the whole point that the more he kills, the more he transcends. In Halloween Ends, we completely ignore that. And that's the issue I have with this fucking movie. And guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you've watched my reaction to Neve Campbell not being in Scream, you know what? Hold on, let me take this green screen off, because I'm getting tired of this lag. Okay, there we go. That makes it a lot better. You know what I mean? So, back to what I was saying. What I do not like what they did with this movie is they made Michael Myers look like a bitch. They did. And now, if you guys have watched my Neve Campbell reaction, do you know where this is hitting for? I am going to be unfiltered. I am going to be uncut, especially when I am not in a great mood. When a movie pisses me off, I wear that on my sleeve. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And if any of you know, Halloween is my fucking franchise, and I wear this franchise on my sleeve. And they made Michael look like a fucking bitch. Like, really? They disrespected the mythology. They disrespected the character, especially from what you built upon in Halloween Kills. The more he kills, the more he transcends. Like, okay, so I'm going to point an example. Okay, I understand that David Gordon Green said that Michael Myers is going to be weak in this movie. He's not going to be the same Michael Myers. And I understand that, given that he is an older man. You know, I've mentioned it in videos before that I do believe that the vessel of Michael Myers is getting weaker. I admit that. I believe that. But what doesn't make sense, okay, Michael Myers is so weak, right? He is so weak that the first scene we see of him is he's walking outside of the sewers. He's on the side. He's underneath the tunnel. He's underneath the bridge. And he's walking towards Corey, past the bum, past the homeless man, I should say. You know, if that's, that's the more appropriate thing to say, because he is homeless, and that's just not right to call those homeless people bums. You know what I mean? And stuff. It just, I'm fired up right now. So, but you see Michael walking towards Corey after the bullies throw him over the bridge, right? Michael is so fucking weak that he drags Corey's, and I'm going to say Corey's a solid 200 pounds. He drags Corey's 200-pound carcass into the sewers with ease. But then yet when he's fighting Mulaney, when he's, struggling with Mulaney pushes him down or punches him, whatever, and Michael's just sitting there shaking like he can't even barely get up. And then when Corey holds Mulaney down and Michael proceeds to, muster whatever strength he has, he gets up and he starts stabbing him. And then you see Michael, like, it's like he's transforming again. It's like he's recharging. He's recharged after, getting his first kill in 4 years. But then we see Corey go wrestle with him to get his mask, and he just totally overpowers Michael. Excuse me. Now, this is after the fact. This is after the fact that Michael not only kills Mulaney, he kills, the redhead. I mean, so at that point, and he's walking, it looks like he's walking fine. It looks like he's completely reinvigorated. Yet you have Corey go into the sewer, wrestle with him, saying, "You have something I need." And then Corey just so easily overpowers him and takes his mask? Are you fucking kidding me? I cannot stress enough that, like, come on. My thing is this. Okay, they're saying Michael Myers isn't, he's not supernatural in this timeline. Well, then he should have been dead at the end of Halloween 2018. He should not be allowed to fucking take bullets. He should not be allowed to, be burned in a fire and survive. He should not. That makes entirely no fucking sense to the mythology. It doesn't. Like, come on. This is Michael Myers we are talking about here. The fucking goat. You see the chain? You see the necklace? He's the GOAT. And this is how you do him in this last movie, that this supposedly epic, final showdown between him and Laurie Strode. And it's just not even that you disrespected the mythology and the character of Michael Myers. But the final showdown didn't even live up to its fucking billing. It didn't. What, we got, 7 minutes? If we were lucky, of them fighting, and half of it was Corey? I respect the fact that they tried to get different with this movie. I really, really do. But they failed. And I'm sorry. That's my opinion. They failed with this movie. They failed. They fucking failed. This was not a Michael Myers Halloween movie. It wasn't. Like, I feel like this movie, and I said it, in the chat box. I was watching Craven and Killjoy Jake talk about it earlier. And I said it in Craven's chat box. This movie felt like I was rewatching Christine all over again, just with Arnie Cunningham's character, Corey Cunningham being Arnie Cunningham in Halloween Ends, just wearing a fucking Michael Myers mask while he's driving Christine for fun. Like what? Or I want to know what brought them to this conclusion with this storyline. Like, why would you do this storyline for this movie? Like, we got no explanation for Halloween Kills' ending, how as to Michael somehow got past all the paramedics and the cops and killed Karen. We didn't get any of that. We didn't get no confirmation on that. You didn't have the bread and butter throughout the whole movie, basically. And then the way you made him look like a punk. He looked like a punk. Like, and this is what I mean by Halloween Ends disrespected the character of Michael Myers more than Halloween Resurrection did. And I know that's a hot take, and some will say, that's not right. I mean, but that's just my opinion. They totally disrespected the mythology of the character. What we love most about Michael Myers, the ability to absorb so much punishment and keep coming back, keep coming forward. Okay, so he hasn't killed in 4 years. Okay, he is going to be a little bit weak. But the moment that he starts killing and you show him shaking and recharging like he's back to his normal self, then he's supposed to be the same Michael Myers we know and love. You're not supposed to make him look strong in one instance and then make him look fucking completely weak in another. It makes no sense to the mythology of the character. It makes no sense. What was the point in Halloween Kills of saying the more he kills, the more he transcends? As if, and then in Halloween Kills, you're going to turn around after he kills and you can see him transcending to his normal self again. You have Corey Cunningham go in the fucking sewers and just bully Michael and remove the fucking mask like it's nothing. Like it's just easy like that. That's bullshit to me. Utter fucking bullshit. It is. I cannot wrap my head around why the fuck they would decide to do this. I'm sorry, guys. I told you, I warned y'all that once I get going, I'm going. Like this is just what it is. And another thing that really bothered me with this movie was Hawkins didn't get his flowers. You did all this building up with Detective Hawkins in Halloween Kills. That in Halloween Ends, he's non-existent. He didn't even get the chance, even when he sees Michael's lifeless body. It's like they just read off the chance or the fact that he wanted to be the one to put the fucking bullet in his head. Like, what was, like, I am irate over this because of the entire setup from Halloween 18 and especially Halloween Kills. You set up all these good potential story arcs and we didn't get a fucking payoff. And even with Allison Nelson's character, like I love me some Andy Matichak. But they did her a disservice in this movie. Let me explain to you guys why they did her a disservice in this movie. You mean to tell me that especially with all the shit that she's been through, when Corey goes to her and says, I killed somebody. Now, mind you, obviously he was talking about the little boy in the beginning and the kid he babysat, whatever. But in that moment that she sees or hears, oh, I killed somebody, you would think that, holy shit, I'm alert. Like, I've been through this shit before. I got to watch out for this guy. He's a little bit crazy. No fear at all. Even when his attitude changes and you see a distinct change in Corey's character, it's like as if Allison is so completely fucking oblivious as to what is going on around her. Guys, I can't stress enough how disappointed I am. Like, I can't. I don't understand this. I really don't. Like, I get it. You were trying to aim to be different. And I'm not going to sit here and say that they didn't do some good things. They did. I love the cinematography. I love the score. Like, but in terms of what they built this movie up to be, the final showdown between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, like, this is it. This is the last one. And we don't even get a legitimate real fight scene. I don't care what anybody says. That fight scene was doo-doo. Hot garbage. Hot garbage. Hot, 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 smoldering hot dookie. Like, and then you have, I will say this, they definitely, and I said this in my spoiler-free review last night, they definitely did do a good job blending the influences for Halloween Ends into this movie in terms of My Bodyguard, Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker, and Christine. You definitely got a whole blend of those three films into this movie, especially with Christine, but also with Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker, in terms of Corey Cunningham being obsessed with Allison and basically telling Laurie, if I can't have her, nobody can. Now, this is a thing that fucking bothers me about that, too. You mean to tell me she shoots this motherfucker, right? She shoots him. And then he obviously is still alive. And he tells Laurie, if I can't have Allison, nobody, if I can't have Allison, nobody will, type deal. And then he stabs himself in the fucking neck. What? Guys, I'm so fucking flabbergasted and disappointed at this movie. I did not think that this movie would be, when they said this movie would make you mad, I did not think that they would fucking achieve that so well. When, in terms of pissing people off, ooh, yeah, they did. 5 stars. 5 stars. Again, I respect the fact that they tried to get different within a Halloween Michael Myers movie. This just wasn't it. Not for me. It was not it. It just did not resonate with me so far. It has not. Maybe over time, my perception of this movie might change. But I don't think it will. There's too many flaws. Too many flaws that outweigh the good. I cannot fucking believe that this is direction. This is what all the hype was for. All the hype for not even 15 minutes worth of Michael Myers. All the hype for not even a fucking a real knockdown, drag out fight between him and Laurie. All this hype. This is my franchise, you guys. This is why I'm so upset with this movie. Like, we really, like, I'm going to get to some of you guys' comments. I see some of you guys in the chat. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I'm going to get to some of you guys' comments now. I am fucking flabbergasted. I cannot fucking believe they decided to fucking do this. Like, I was disappointed last night. I was disappointed. Now I'm flat out pissed off. Like, it's just more also because they disrespected the man. Like, come on. This is Michael Audrey fucking Myers we were talking about here. And this is the finale that you give him? This is the sending off that you give this iconic fucking movie character that has raked in millions and millions of dollars, that has made a lot of people a lot of fucking money. And this is how you treat him? You know, before I get to you guys' comments, you know what that scene where Michael was in the sewers when, you know, Mulaney pushes him down, knocks him down, and he's sitting there shaking like he can't get up and he's really, really weak? You know what that scene reminded me of? That scene reminded me of Freddy versus Jason, where Freddy, you know, I guess, you know, if I'm not mistaken, you know, he cuts the pipe and water start falling down, and then you get to see, you know, little boy Jason, and he's just collared up, you know, and Freddy's like, oh, look at you, looking like a little bitch. That's exactly what they did to Michael Myers in this movie. Exactly what they did. Exactly what they did. And it's frustrating. Let me get to some of you guys' comments. My Chunky Jordy says, hi, hey, what's going on, Gina? Thank you for stopping in the chat. I greatly appreciate you stopping in. Gina says, this is going to be interesting when I get DVD. I am surprised that you guys don't have Peacock in the UK. I'm pleasantly surprised by that. I don't understand that. Hunting for Entertainment. Hey, what's going on, Bob? Hey, buddy, I personally feel disappointed with ends. I felt it was a bad ending to the trilogy. The hype of the final battle is just bad. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And then when you think about it, they fucking gave everything away in the trailers. Literally, everything you see in the movie, we basically watched in the fucking trailers and already broke it down. The only differences was certain scenes were edited and cut differently. Like Dr. Mathis's scene. He wasn't floating in the pool like we've seen in the trailers. You know what I mean? But, and just also, you can also tell certain scenes with like Corey Cunningham and Laurie fighting was cut out, because I've said it before. They made it in the trailers look like there was 3 different Michael Myers, 2 copycats and the real Michael Myers. And obviously we didn't get that in this movie, but even some of the scenes from the kitchen fight scene that were in the trailers, you can tell that when we got to the movie, you know, that was edited and cut down. It was edited a lot, in my opinion. But yes, I agree with you, Bob. Bob says, you're taking it better than me because I'd rather be mad than disappointed. I never watch this again. I personally get more enjoyment out of Resurrection. Yeah, I seen excuse me, your Resurrection comment right here, Bob. I personally think it is a better movie than Resurrection. You know what I mean? I mean, you can even say they both suck, you know, together. But I feel like this movie definitely disrespected Michael Myers and the character and the mythology a lot more than Resurrection, in my opinion. But that's just me. My Chunky Jordy says, best review I've seen so far. I cannot wait until January, as I've only have internet on my phone. Go for it, Marcus. Oh, no doubt. Thank you for that, Gina. I greatly appreciate that. I just like to be, I try to be as real as possible with you guys. You know, I would not be me if I sugarcoated it and said, you know what? There were some good things they did with this movie. There were some bad things they did with this movie. No, it's not. It's not that. It's not apples and oranges like that. No. You know what I mean? They did very little good in this movie. Very little good. And I said it, you know, the bad outweighs the good in my opinion. This movie, the more it weighs on me. And I'm going to watch it again. Like I said, I'm going to the theaters because my tickets were already booked. I'm not going to back out on family time with my mom and my sister. I'm going to watch it again on Peacock just to see how I feel after watching it multiple times. But no, not after the first watch. It really, after letting it stew for the night and stuff and leading into this morning, and just the more and more I think about it, the more and more infuriated I get. This movie, and I tried to protect this movie, I guess. That's why. Because leading into the movie, there were so many people in my comment section, hey, you know, you're going to be disappointed with this movie. This movie's going to suck. You know what I mean? This and this and that, this and this and that. And I tried to protect this movie. I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt. I said, even if they do something different, which obviously we knew they were going to do something different, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. It might actually turn out to be a good thing. Boy, was I fucking wrong. Boy, was I fucking wrong. No, the main. Hey, you're good. This is a spoiler review. This is a spoiler review. We're good. Spoil away, my friend. I'm going off right now. You know what I mean? I am going off. So I just, guys, like, I just can't believe this. Like, you know, and just to get further context, you know what I mean? Like I said, this movie was littered with Christine references, like littered with Christine references. And it's not that I have a problem with that. It's just, for all that, you should have just remade Christine. This was literally Christine dubbed Halloween. Halloween Ends. This was Christine dubbed Halloween Ends. More than half the fucking movie was what you will see in 1983's Christine. From the junkyard to the depiction of Corey's parents. How spot on was Corey's mother compared to Arnie Cunningham's mother? Spot on. Corey's mother was a complete ripoff of Mrs. Cunningham in Christine. A complete ripoff. The ignorance, the attitude, the disdain towards her son, you know, the driving him to, you know, want to do something, you know, maybe bad or just, you know, not feeling confident about himself. His mother, Corey's mother in Halloween Ends, was a complete ripoff of Mrs. Cunningham and Christine. And like I said, if you were going to remake Christine, this would have been a great movie. With Rohan Campbell playing Archie Cunningham? Yeah. But for a Halloween Michael Myers movie? Why? Like, I don't understand this. I don't. I really do not understand this, guys. I don't. Like, they fucked up the entire mythology of this character. Let me say this. Okay, so if they do make future Michael Myers movies going forward, right? Let's just say they reboot it or they start in a whole different timeline, what have you. How am I supposed to buy that Michael Myers is a force of nature, like John Carpenter said in the original? He is a force of nature, and you cannot kill evil. How am I supposed to buy that with what the fuck you just did to him in Halloween Ends? How is new viewers who are just getting around to the original to the original incarnations of the franchise, the Halloween 78s, the Halloween 2s, the Halloween 4s, the Halloween 5s, the Halloween 6s, the Halloween H2Os, the Halloween Resurrections, the Rob Zombie Halloweens, this new trilogy. How the fuck do you expect people to buy Michael Myers as an unstoppable fucking killer after what you just did to him in this fucking movie? How can I buy him taking gunshots, surviving a gang beating, getting stabbed, getting burned? How am I supposed to fucking buy the mythology going forward after what you assholes just did? Like, really? The whole reason why Michael Myers is fucking beloved is because he is evil and you can't kill him. Now I understand that the vessel is getting old. I even said it that I expected Michael Myers to die in this movie. No problem. The problem I have is leading into it, you made him look like he wasn't unstoppable at all. Through all these movies, Halloween 18, Halloween Kills, he looked unstoppable. It would have been more believable when you threw Michael into the fucking chipper, into the metal chipper. It would have been more believable and more satisfying had you had let this motherfucker build his body count up and be Michael Myers. It would have meant so much more. It would have had more of an impact. It would have had way more of an impact. Because then you would be proving that this motherfucker was unstoppable up until you fucking disintegrate the body, like Dr. Loomis said in that video clip when the podcasters in 18 were listening. You have to make sure all vitals are shut down and disintegrate the body. When you disintegrated his body, it would have made a lot more, it would have felt more compelling had he been Michael Myers throughout the whole movie. Had he been killing people and building his reputation to what it is known to be. Instead, you made him go out like a chump and look completely weak and then just throw his body in a chipper. They botched it. They did. This was a botch. This is a botch. This is a joke. It is a joke. It really is to me. And I hate to even say that and utter those words because I really enjoyed Halloween 2018. I really enjoyed Halloween Kills. That's why I'm so fucking mad now. Because everything that we fucking built up from 18 and Kills, it's like it got completely ignored. Completely ignored. The dialogue in Halloween 2008 Kills, the more he kills, the more he transcends, is fucking pointless now. It is completely pointless because of the way you presented Michael Myers in Halloween Ends. And the whole weakness of this character, oh, he's weak, he's not what he used to be, makes no motherfucking sense. When the first time you see him enter the screen, he is dragging a 200 fucking pound carcass into the sewers with ease like there is nothing wrong with him. Again, you can't make him look strong in one instance and then make him look like a complete little bitch in the next. It is disrespectful. It is a slap in the fucking face to the mythology of the character. It is. It is. It is a slap in the face. You did all this. Oh, the boogeyman this. The boogeyman can never die. All this fucking horseshit. All this hype. For what? For him to go out like a chump? Like, I just, oh my God. Woo! Woo! Guys, oh, this shit just makes me want to hit something. It does, and I hate to feel this way. I hate to feel this way. I hope I'm entertaining you guys. But this is real and coming from the heart as a lifelong Halloween fan, as honestly probably the first horror movie I fucking ever watched, if I can remember correctly. That's why I am so upset with this movie, because I love this franchise. I loved what they did with this franchise in the original in terms of the mythology of this character. And now in Halloween Ends, I feel like that has been ripped away from me. Everything I ever thought about Michael Myers, everything I ever knew about the character of Michael Myers, because of this fucking movie, seems like hogwash. Let me take a breather. Let me take a breather and read some of you guys' comments. Bob says, man, I think they tried to take the aspect of the ending of 4 while also ripping off Christine. No, you can definitely make that. You can definitely make that argument because of Corey Cunningham. Obviously the transfer of the evil and all that stuff. Obviously we got that with Jamie Lloyd at the end of Halloween 4. And definitely this was a ripoff of Christine. I said it twice today, and I'll say it again. This movie is a Christine. I'll say it like this now. It's a Christine / Halloween 3 season of the Witch movie because of getting different within, the Halloween, franchise. This is a blend of Christine and Halloween 3 with heavy ripoff overtures to Christine. I said it earlier. It's like I was watching Christine and Arnie Cunningham is driving Christine with the Michael Myers mask on. That's how I feel. That's what I felt like I watched. And as great as Christine was, it's a really great movie. If you have not watched that movie, please do go watch it. But if I wanted a fucking Christine movie, we would have asked for a fucking Christine movie. We wanted a Michael Myers / Laurie Strode fucking finale that we could sink our teeth into. And we did not get that. We did not get that at all with this fucking movie. And I cannot... Let me just read some more of these comments because I'm about to blow up again. They just, ooh. Woo! They got me so mad right now. So mad. Like I said, it started with disappointment. And now it's just, the more I talk about it, the more I go over it, the more it's starting to become utter fucking anger. And I have not felt this way about a Halloween movie since Resurrection. I will say that. And that's saying a lot because I do not like Rob Zombie's movies. But, man, I don't know. I don't know. This movie just really, really, ooh. What's going on, Wayne Turner? Thank you for stopping in, my friend. How's it going? How's it going over there in Australia? What time is it, my friend? Give us the time. I love it when you give us the time over there in your parts of the land. Man. The Main says, my favorite part of the movie was Michael thinking Laurie was dead. Man, if I have to give a favorite part to the movie now, I'll talk some positives. Let's get off of the negatives of the movie and let's talk about the light positives of the movie. Like I said, the cinematography was great. Definitely captured the feel of what a Halloween movie should be. John Carpenter, as always with the score, is just beautiful. The score was fantastic. Though I do wish at the end they would have played Mr. Sandman instead of Don't Fear the Reaper. However, I love Don't Fear the Reaper, so I'm not mad. Another thing they did do well with this movie is the kills, even though there wasn't many, the kills weren't too bad, especially from Corey. You know what I mean? I will say this. Rohan Campbell, playing the character of Corey Cunningham, did a good job. He put in a good performance. I'm not knocking him. I just feel like if this was a Christine remake, this would have been perfect. Not a Halloween movie. But Rohan Campbell, he killed his part. I liked it. I liked what he did in terms of killing, in terms of you see the transformation and all that. And I expect that. I mean, when you look into Michael Myers' eyes that deep, you got to expect something to happen. Even though it was a ripoff of Archie Cunningham and Christine, I liked the way he portrayed that. I liked the way Rohan portrayed that. I thought Rohan did a good job. And the best kill of the movie for me, outside of Michael being put in a chipper, because honestly, you guys that the way his body just opened up in that chipper, it was brutal and it was pretty awesome. You know what I mean? But for me, The kill I enjoyed the most was Dr. Mathis, when he just stab, 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 stab. Like, that was gnarly. Even though it was in the back and you can hardly see it, you have to really, focus, you know what I mean, on, on the black part of the camera where it's blacked out a little bit because the light, in the pool area was off before, the red had turned it on. You know what I mean? But that kill when Corey's killing Dr. Mathis, that was pretty brutal. That was pretty brutal. Another thing that did happen in this movie, and I called it. I called it in my, I think if it was my video for for the 3 influences for Halloween Ends, where I talked about the 3 movies that David Gordon Green talked about being influences for Halloween Ends, with My Bodyguard, Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker, and Christine. Definitely a lot of My Bodyguard references in this movie, especially in terms of Michael and Corey being at the same place at the same time. You saw that when Corey's watching Lori outside her house, and then obviously Lori feels that evil presence coming off of Corey, and then she's just standing, outside at one point looking into the house when she's getting out of the truck, and you see Michael looking at her, watching her. Also, when they're both at Dr. Mathis's house, that was a heavy reference to My Bodyguard for sure, especially with the fight scene, with Peach and Linderman, teaming up to fight off the bullies and all that stuff. Definitely, for sure. They definitely hit the nail in terms of references to the movies that influenced this movie. They hit the nail on that, because you definitely saw the influence from My Bodyguard, My Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker, and Christine. Like I said, the whole being at the same place, same time with My Bodyguard reference, Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker's reference was the fact that Corey was obsessed with Allison and would stop at nothing to keep her and to make her go away with him. And then obviously with Christine was, the whole transformation of the evil in, the possession of the body and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So they hit it on the nail with the influences, for the movie. I just, I didn't like it. I didn't like this movie. But I do feel like each character played their role well. Obviously, Jamie Lee Curtis, being over the top, especially, when she starts to feel that evil presence and all that stuff come about. You know what I mean? Laura, Jamie Lee Curtis just, did Jamie Lee Curtis. She is who she is. She's great. Excuse me. But Rohan Campbell, like I said, he did a great job in my opinion in his role. Even though I didn't like the direction of the character and the whole story, he did a great job in his role. We did not get enough of Will Patton or Andy Matichak, in my opinion. We got enough runtime from Andy Matichak, but like I said, I just did not like the way they portrayed Allison's character in this movie, especially when evil is a front. You know what I mean? And it's not like you haven't seen it. What bothered me the most was after going through what you went through in the previous 2 movies, you don't listen to your grandmother again. She proved you wrong before. Why would you not listen to her now? Because like I said, Allison was like completely oblivious. Even when it was blatantly obvious, Corey is changing before your eyes. His demeanor, everything. My thing is this, is that the father, the bar scene, where Lindsay has Lori talk to the father of the little boy that Corey accidentally kills. When she talks to the father, he even says, the guy that I walked up on the side of the road in an attempt to talk to him was not the same Corey Cunningham that killed my son. I know that he was a good kid. But this guy that I pulled up on to try to have a word with, when I looked into his eyes, I knew that that was not him. That was not Corey Cunningham. So how can this guy and everybody else How come they can all tell a change in demeanor with Corey Cunningham, but fucking Allison can't? They made her seem like a fucking dummy. They did. They made her look dumb. And then at the end, oh, you were right about Corey. Well, no shit, Sherlock. You would have thought that after the fucking first two movies and 18 and Kills, you would fucking listen to your grandmother when she's trying to tell you something like this. When she's trying to warn you. You didn't listen before, and look what happened. She's trying to tell you again, and then you're just like, no, you're just obsessed with death. I really would have liked a lot more alertness from Allison. Because, in my opinion, they made her seem so fucking stupid and oblivious. Now, I will say this, and I don't know if any of you who watched it caught this, because I did. And I thought that at the end, we were going to get a shocking reveal that Allison turned. Because in this movie, they were teasing it, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, they were teasing a turn from Allison. And the reason why I say that is because when you hear Corey telling her about let's burn it down and stuff like let's burn the tower down or burn Haddonfield down or burn whatever down. I have to go back and rewatch the movie and get the exact dialogue. But she starts agreeing with him. And then just not even that, when they're sitting up on top of the radio station and looking at the radio tower, like she looks just as tranced out as Corey does. Like when she's with Corey, it's like she's tranced out. She's a different person. And I definitely feel like they teased that in this movie of Allison potentially going to the dark side, but they didn't pull the fucking trigger on it. I definitely got those vibes watching this movie with Allison. You know what I mean? I was sitting there watching it and I'm like, ooh, is she gonna fucking turn? Because she is just sinking her teeth into everything that Corey is doing and everything he's saying. And she is just like in a trance. Like she's not even worried about anything else. She is completely oblivious to what is going on around her. But they didn't go through with it. Now, would I still be happy with this movie had they did that? I don't know. I think it would have softened the blow a little bit because then we got somebody, a returning character who the evil actually passes on to, who has a story, who needs a story arc completed, who needs their story arc completed. Allison needed her story arc completed. Now, if you would have let that be her story arc completion, I would have been okay with that because then at least we got a fucking story arc completion for the character. We didn't get that. We didn't get that with Hawkins. We didn't get that with Allison. We did not get their full story arcs was not completed. You can say, oh yeah, well it was with Allison because you know she left Haddonfield. No. There was so much more to that character that they should have and could have done. She should have been like Lori in so many ways, given she lost her boyfriend, she lost her mother, she lost her father. And they completely ignore that. They completely ignore, like, that's what made me so mad. And she even talks about it. You know, I lost my mother, I lost my boyfriend, I lost this and I lost that. So you are aware of your losses, but you're not aware of when danger is around you? You're not aware when, obviously, you are being warned. And you didn't listen before, and you found out what happened. They just, man, they botched so much with this movie. Not just with Michael, but with Hawkins and Allison especially. Especially, like, with Hawkins, it disappointed me a lot with Hawkins because I really expected this story arc. He reminded me of the Dr. Loomis of this trilogy because of, you know, spending so many years not, you know, trying to figure out what Michael was. Spending so many years trying to figure out what Michael was before coming to the conclusion that he needs to die because he's purely and simply evil. And obviously with the whole backdrop that we got on Hawkins with Halloween Kills, showing how he let Michael get away by not letting Dr. Loomis kill him. You would have thought with the way they built Hawkins up in Kills that he was due to have a significant role in this movie, or at least get his shot at killing Michael himself. And he was barely in the fucking movie. I don't know, guys. I just, this movie is all over the place for me. You know, I don't know. I'm just really, really disappointed. I'm really disappointed. And this is a blow. This is not just a blow for Halloween. This is a blow for horror movies, in my opinion. Because the reason why it's a blow is because we had so much momentum going into this movie that we started getting, you know, TV shows that had nothing to do with horror start doing slashers like Pretty Little Liars. You got Bring It On becoming a horror slasher TV series. We got, you know, Scream. We got Chucky that just came out. You know, with all the momentum that we had, this movie takes some of that momentum off of for the horror industry, in my opinion. It does. It takes some of that momentum away. Because now, even if you do try to get different within these movies, like you have, like if you're going to get different within these movies, now it kind of seems like you run the risk of the bread and butter not being in the fucking movie at all, just so you can tell a completely different story. I'm just flabbergasted. Let me get to some of you guys' comments and stuff like that. Sorry, so like again, guys, sorry I'm going off. You know what I mean? It's just I love this franchise so much, and I feel I feel betrayed. I do. I feel fucking betrayed, especially when it comes to the mythology of what Michael Myers, the character, is supposed to fucking be. I feel robbed. I do. Some can say I'm being over dramatic. I really don't care. I love this fucking franchise that much that's how I feel. You know what I mean? I feel fucking robbed. I feel robbed. I really feel robbed because, like I said, I went to bat for this movie, even when people warned me not to. People told me I wasn't going to like this movie. I tried to give it the benefit of a doubt because you can't always go on somebody else's opinion because everybody has their own opinion and own view of the movie or whatever else. But the fact that not only did this movie fucking prove those people wrong, but the way they prove those people right, but the fact that they proved them right in such a fucking audacious, egregious way, it just mind fucked, guys. Mind fucked. Mind fucked. I just wow. I can't believe they did it. I can't believe they did it. And this right here. Wayne Turner says 100%. They totally trashed Michael in this. And Allison too. Yes. Poorly written movie. Indeed strong and weak Michael, but only when it suited the writers. Yes. Thank you. And for me, you can't, like, you can have both, but only to a degree. Only to a slight little degree. Because it's kind of like wrestling, okay? You build up your bad guys. You build up your bad guys so strongly that when the babyface does beat them, it doesn't hurt the heel because you built them up so strong and well leading into that match. That's what I mean in terms of Michael Myers, and you can't make him look strong and weak to an even extent. it can only be to a really, really small extent. Meaning that if you are going to make Michael Myers look weak, you should be making him look strong the entire movie up until you throw him in that fucking wood chipper or in that metal chipper. It's just like a heel in wrestling, guys. You build the bad guy up, make him look super strong, get everybody hating him. Like, oh, I want to see this motherfucker lose. And then the baby face goes over, but you still don't take nothing away from the heel. Why? Because you built them up correctly. That's all it fucking takes. And they fucked it up with this movie. They fucked it up. That's all it takes. It's not hard. It really is not hard. And somehow, some way, they found a way to make this fucking movie difficult. Like, but I agree with you, Wayne. I totally agree with you, man. I totally agree with you. My Chunky Jordy says, apparently there's a trailer coming out for Scream 6 this month, according to Beyond the Mask. I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly thought that, when I honestly think that when I go to the theaters, I mean, I haven't heard anything about it, but we know in, different theaters, different states, everything's different. You know what I mean? Preview credits might be different from other theaters. But I actually thought that Scream 6's trailer, at least a teaser, would be promoted for, in the lead up to Halloween Ends in the theaters because of, them being so, connected, you know what I mean, in terms of influence, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised by that at all, my Chunky Jordy. And let's just hope, excuse me. Let's just hope that movie doesn't disappoint neither. Oh, real quick, Bob says, hit me. Man, I ain't gonna hit you, Bob. Man, like, I do want to fucking hit something right now. Like, I really do. And it's crazy because I really did not think that this movie would really make me feel this way. I didn't. I really didn't. I was not expecting all this. Like, when I got done with the movie, I said, okay, they tried something different. And I respect it. But then as I let things stew and I let things process and all the fucking flaws that came flooding into my brain, they did Michael so filthy in this movie, not in a good way. It's filthy. They did him filthier than his fucking sewers he was living in. And hey, should I be surprised? No. The reason why none of us really should be surprised, and I actually talked about it leading into one of my Halloween videos, is don't be surprised if the way this movie plays out is how Jamie Lee Curtis wants it to play out. And in my opinion, the way this movie went, this had Jamie Lee Curtis written all over it. In terms of ending Michael Myers in such a way that he looks not like Michael Myers and making Laurie Strode look stronger than ever. And they did. They did that. They did. They made Michael look completely weak and made Laurie look like she was the one with all the power. And I'm not hating on that, especially after what she's been through and how far she's come, to try to live a normal life, after so many years of letting Michael consume her. You know what I mean? But when you make the GOAT look weak in the process to the point where it's unforgivable, I can't be on board with this. I can't. They totally fucked the mythology of Michael Myers up. Like I said, and I'm going to say it one more time, How do you expect anybody to buy the character going forward as a supernatural force, an entity of evil that cannot be killed, with the way you portrayed the character in Halloween Ends? How am I supposed to buy that this guy is able to take gunshots? How am I supposed to buy that he's able to take an enormous amount of punishment and keep coming forward? I can't buy. I don't know if I can buy that no anymore if they make another Halloween movie. I really don't. Like, good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lordy Lordy. Guys, like, let me get to some more of you guys' comments. Wayne Turner says Ron Green made this trilogy, should have been Adam Green. See, I don't even want to say that, like, because I feel like David Gordon Green did such a great job with 18 and Kills. Now, keep in mind, there was 2 new writers added to the writing team. And we know how studios like to fuck with things. Could there have been some finagling with the story in terms of what David Gordon Green wanted to do, but he wasn't allowed to do? Possibly. Possibly. But I'd like to think that with how much money both 18 and Kills made, that wouldn't matter. Because David Gordon Green showed that he can make a competent Halloween film. He showed that twice. So I'd like to think that a lot of this story wasn't finagled with, and this is coming from the brainchild of David Gordon Green and Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't want to say he was the wrong person for this trilogy because of how well he did with Kills in 18. I will say, though, as Brad Dourif said in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, he missed the barn. Missed the barn completely. He missed the barn with this movie completely. He did. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Especially in terms of not just only keeping Michael Myers off of screen for as long as they did, but just the way they made him look so fucking weak. Like, I just, you can't tell me in one movie, the more he kills, the more he transcends. And then in the next movie, when he finally does kill, he transcends only to an extent, but he's still fucking weak. It doesn't work. It does not work. You can't have both. You can, but only to an extent, like I said. Like, you can't have it to where it's even Steven 50-50. So, oh, man. I can't believe they did this. I really can't. I really, really can't. Guys, be sure to please smash that like button. It helps out the channel a lot. Trying to get this stream to 50 likes, would be greatly, greatly appreciated. So, that the algorithm can keep funneling this stream through and we can keep getting, a larger audience and some new subscribers and all that stuff to the channel. Greatly, greatly appreciated if you smash that like button. The main says Michael Myers trying to kill strangers / families. Hold on. Okay, should call it Halloween Strangers Families the movie. I honestly, it shouldn't even be called a Halloween movie. It really shouldn't. Much like they said about Halloween Season of the Witch, even though I disagree with that because that's a Halloween movie. It's just like not a Michael Myers movie. This really isn't a Halloween movie. Really isn't. And it's not just because it's not a Michael Myers movie. It's because you completely ripped off Christine, copy and pasted it, and then put the title Halloween Ends. Oh my goodness, man. My Junkie Jordy says, I bet steam is coming out of your ears. Or hold on, I think that's steam. Yeah, I bet steam is coming out of your ears and your nose. I mean, if I could do special effects on this live stream right now, I would be showcasing just how hot I am. Like, my face, I would edit my face to be bright red. You'd see, smoke coming out of the ears. Honestly, man, like this is, I don't know, guys. It just doesn't hit the mark for me. It doesn't. I'm not going to rank it just yet because I want to rewatch it again a couple more times so I can get 100% closure on how, like, I know how I feel. But there's always those times where you go rewatch the movie where it might somewhat change your mind. So that's what I'm holding on to. I don't believe it will change my mind. But I have to give it that benefit of a doubt to a degree again. But I'm not confident because you can't undo what was already done, especially in terms of Michael Myers. What they did to that character. They totally disrespected him, man. Like, and that alone for me, just, I get what they were trying to do. I get it. I do. We say it all the time that these horror, especially with these horror icons like Michael, Jason, and all that stuff, we want these directors and filmmakers to get different. And I appreciate the fact that they did try to get different. This just wasn't the way to go. It wasn't. Especially when, in my opinion, you didn't really need to get different. Given what you set up in Halloween 18 and in Halloween Kills. You need to just amplify what you did from that. Excuse me. You just need to amplify and elevate what you did from Halloween Kills. Not even just in terms of killing, but in terms of character development. In terms of, finishing out stories for characters. And instead, they decided to just talk and showcase a completely new character that had nothing to do with the previous two films. And then try to blend it in with Laurie Strode's story. And it just didn't work for me. Didn't work for me at all. The man says, but the rest of the movie was sick. I'm assuming you like it, the man. Hey, guys, I'm gonna say it again. Don't let my opinions and my views, misconstrue your thoughts or your feelings about how you feel about the movie. You might love it. You might like it. You might love it. And I respect that. I respect that wholeheartedly. I'm just telling you guys, as a Halloween purist, as somebody who is, this franchise is my heart. Like, my YouTube channel name comes from an iconic line within the franchise. This is my baby. For me, being a Halloween purist, this movie fucking sucked balls with massive dingleberries all over it. It did. It sucked giant balls with fucking nasty dingleberries all over it. It did. I just... I am going to wrap this stream up here in a little bit, guys. I just wanted to come on and share some of my thoughts, some of, my spoiler review thoughts on the movie. Obviously, I'm going to do a video diving deep into all the spoilers, all the references, and all that good stuff that we got in the movie and stuff. You know what I mean? And really breaking down what I feel like this movie was about as terms of like the ending explained and story and all that good stuff. I am going to do a separate video, obviously, from this live stream. But I did want to come on here and let loose and share with you guys my thoughts and opinions on Halloween Ends from a spoilers perspective, giving away parts of the movie, obviously. And man, I'm just really, really no. This fucking movie just. Hunting for Entertainment says my favorite part was the lettering was similar to Season of the Witch. I did enjoy that. I did enjoy that as well. And I did enjoy the intro. I enjoyed the intro with the pumpkins peeling back and one comes forward and then one peels back and then another comes forward. I did enjoy the intro. You know what I mean? I enjoyed the score and the cinematography. You know, I just did not enjoy the movie. I did not enjoy the direction of the movie at all. Like, and it's sad. It's sad because this movie has potential. It had potential. It had potential in the form that, okay, if this is the direction you were going to take, I would have rather we would have got the ending to where Allison is turned. Because like I said, they were referencing that in this movie. There was times in this movie where I thought, oh my God, Allison might fucking turn to the dark side. Holy fucking shit. And if they would have did that, to where, you know, maybe she kills Laurie and kills, you know, whoever else at the end, and then we get Hawkins walking into the house and she just stares at him. She's all bloody and all that stuff. And then the credits roll. I would have been happy with that. Why? Because not only did you introduce a new character, but you were finishing another character's story while also adding a new element to it. I wouldn't have minded that at all. And because, you know, Allison has been in the fucking in this trilogy since it started. She wasn't a brand new character. If the whole premise would have been for Corey to be this copycat Michael after absorbing the evil that was inside Michael, only for at the end, where Allison sees Corey's dead body and Laura's standing over it with the knife, it would have been way cooler if we would have got to see Allison go completely dark and then kill Laurie, and then, like I said, Hawkins and them come in, and then Allison's just standing there over both Corey and fucking Laurie's body, and then the credits just cut. I would have been okay with that. Now, obviously, you would have had to kill Michael Myers definitively a little bit before that, but in all honesty, I thought that's what the fuck they were going to do. I thought they were going to kill him, like, right outside of the final act. And then I thought the final act was going to be the showdown between Corey and Laurie. But I thought that showdown was going to mimic what we were supposed to see between the final showdown between Laurie and Michael. And we didn't. What we got was a half-assed bullshit fucking ending outside of the chipper. I mean, the ending itself wasn't bad. It was good. It was definitive in terms of definitively killing the Michael Myers character off. But the lead into it fucking sucked. It sucked. It sucked. And another thing I'm going to tell you guys I was disappointed with is, once again, the mythology or whatever and stuff like that. You mean to tell me that this fucking kid puts on the mask, right? He puts on the mask. Goes to Lori's house. She shoots him twice. And that's it? Other than him stabbing himself in the neck? That's it? I thought the mask was supposed to have some type of, supernatural being to it that gave Michael his strength. My whole argument with this is why let the evil that is in Michael transfer over to Corey if you are not going to give him the same abilities that Michael had, especially being Corey Cunningham was a young man. It wasn't like he was a 60-something-year-old man who had taken a lot of wear and tear. He was a young man. So if this mask was supposed to resemble not only, the blankness in Michael's, being, but if this mask was supposed to have some type of supernatural, power behind it to where it elevates Michael's strength, why would it not fucking be the same thing for Corey? Botch. This movie is a fucking joke. It's a joke. It is a joke. It is a slap in the face to Michael Myers. It's a slap in the face to James Jude Courtney. It is. I just met the man 2 weeks ago. This movie is a slap in the face to him, given the fucking incredible job he has done in this trilogy as Michael Myers. It's disgusting, in my opinion. It really is. It's just, it's disgusting. I agree. And Wayne Turner, Wayne Turner says, I found everything predictable and could see everything coming from a mile away. Just hoping I was wrong. Sadly, I wasn't. Yeah, and also because they put everything in the fucking trailers. Literally, everything that we saw in this fucking movie was what we saw in the trailers. They were just re-editing it. That's it. That's all. That's it. We basically saw the fucking movie 3-4 fucking weeks ago. Like, the part that gets me the most, okay, now, many could say, okay, the reason why Michael drug Corey down to the sewers and didn't kill him is because Michael used Corey to inflict fear again of the boogeyman being back in Haddonfield. This is where that failed. They were already scared of the boy. He was already a boogeyman to these people. He was already the boogeyman. So if the whole purpose was for Michael to drag him into the sewers, and use Corey as a ploy to instill fear again in Haddonfield, to basically let them know that Michael Myers could be back, it makes no sense for the simple fact is they already found Corey as the new boogeyman. They already feared Corey. Nobody was worried about Michael fucking Myers. They was worried about Corey Cunningham. So if your whole point for fucking Michael dragging this fucking carcass down to the sewers was so that he can use Corey to inflict fear in the Haddonfield, much like Freddy did with Jason in Freddy vs. Jason with Elm Street, it missed the fucking mark because you didn't have to do it. People in Haddonfield were already scared of Corey. They already thought he was a killer. They already thought he was the new boogeyman. I just don't. And then, like I said, hold on, this is the thing too. Why the fuck Does Michael drag him to the fucking sewer? Why was Michael even outside of the sewers when we first see him arrive in the first place? That made no sense. It made no sense whatsoever. Especially if Michael was supposed to be weak. He didn't look weak to me. And then why didn't Michael fucking kill him to begin with? I mean, you can chalk it up to saying, like I said, Michael used Corey to basically let Haddonfield know he's back. But at the same time, that doesn't work. And it doesn't work because then why kill him at the end? Why kill him at the end? Why not kill him? Why not kill him at Dr. Mathis's house? Like, I'm just, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Woo! Oh man, this movie, man. There's just this movie, guys. The more I talk about it, the more, and I'm gonna watch this shit again. You know what I mean? I'm going to watch it again to see if my feelings change, and I doubt they will. But I'm gonna watch it again because, like I said, I don't want to, mess up my family plans. We've already got the tickets ordered. You know what I mean? So we're gonna, I'm gonna fulfill my obligations. And you never know. I haven't heard anything about it, but we might get a little bit of a different version in the theaters than we got on Peacock. I doubt it, but you never know. I did hear something about an alternate ending to where it was supposed to be the evil going inside of Lori and that she secludes herself because she knows this. It's not that I hate that idea. It's just why? Okay, so if the evil did come inside of her, right? If the evil is now in Lori, this is the alternate ending we're talking about. If the evil did go into Lori, why not why not let her embrace it like she was talking about in her memoir? There's a line in her memoir where she talks about letting the evil inside. So why, if you had her write that line in her memoir, and this is just if you went through with the alternate ending, why, if she does have the evil consumed, why would you just let her go away and be secluded from people because, oh, she don't want to hurt people? Fuck that! Embrace it! It makes for a badass ending! Something we wouldn't have expected. That would have been cool. It would have been anticlimactic. Instead, you give us this horse shit. Like, oh. I would have rather had that alternate ending with Lori. I would have rather had that alternate ending. Only if they would have did it to where the evil inside of her, when the evil one is inside of her, she actually is going to do something with that evil and not just run away. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. But guys, again, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? If I'm obnoxious for some of you, you know what I mean? And all that. I really wear this franchise on my sleeve. I love this franchise. And just watching this movie play out the way it did, it just, as a Halloween fan, it just really, really hurts my soul. It really does. It hurts my soul. Hey, you guys were warned at the beginning of this live stream, though. I told you guys if you watch my Nev Campbell review, and if you thought that I went off on that one, this is nothing. You know what I mean? That was nothing compared to this. Don't like the sound. My junkie Jordy says, don't like the sound of Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. My ex-boyfriend was possessive, and it took me a while to get away from him. So was my ex-hubby. I now just have my Ziggy Pup. Hey, I understand that. I understand, especially when you go through stuff like that in life, watching certain movies that, depict that on screen, it can be difficult to watch and all that stuff. I will say this. My Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker is a really good movie. And if you go into it not thinking about, that aspect of it, Jordy, and you stick around, especially the twist, I think you will really like this movie. It's a really good movie. It's a really good movie. Really, really good movie. I was impressed when I watched this movie the other night with I was in the chat box, but the Night Watch Zone had a watch party for it with Craven Something Scary. And I really, really like Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. I think it's honestly one of the most underrated horror films of the 1980s. I never had heard about that movie up until the other night. And how I didn't know about this movie is beyond me, because it's a really good movie. A really, really good movie. But I understand, Jordy, and stuff. So, for those reasons, if you don't want to give it a watch, I understand that. Wayne Turner says Allison was trash as a character too. Corey, a Lost Boys wannabe. I guess you could say that and stuff, because he did kind of have that look, of Jason Patrick and Lost Boys. He kind of did, yeah. He kind of did have that look. Where they were going for with that was definitely from My Bodyguard, though. If you watch that movie, especially with the bike, you know what I mean. The bike was basically almost the exact same bike that Ricky Linderman was riding in My Bodyguard. Now, why they got to bring Jeremy's mama on the club scene? That was stupid. I actually didn't mind it. I actually didn't mind it because that's relatable. You know what I mean? And it's expected. You know what I mean? These people, their child was tragically killed. They had to sell their house probably from dealing with the grief, and they probably end up going through a divorce, because they couldn't deal with the trauma of, not having their son. The mom turns into an alcoholic. That's relatable. I actually didn't mind that. I didn't mind that at all. I feel like a lot of what they were doing was trying to really drive home the whole trauma narrative. You know what I mean? That everybody is going through their own trauma and has their own boogeyman, so to speak. I think that's definitely what they were doing, with this movie. And it either is going to hit the mark for you or it isn't. For me, right now, it just did not hit the mark. It didn't. Like I said, I like the job that Rohan Campbell did with his character. I just feel like this was Christine. Excuse me. I just feel like this was watching Christine, and Arnie Cunningham is wearing a Michael Myers mask while driving the Christine car. That's it. Like, that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel, you guys. Honey for Entertainment says Allison had to be stupid in this because the writers didn't know how to write her trying to move on from the events of Halloween 2018. Halloween Kills. But you didn't have to do that. You could have capitalized on her trauma. I'm sorry. Especially, even though some time has passed, I would like to think that you are still, you think about your parents from time to time. You think about Cameron from time to time. So I would like to think that would kind of still make you distraught, at least in certain instances. And at least, given what you've been through, You know what I mean? Given what you've been through, when danger is around, you would have a little bit more of an awareness to that. You know what I mean? Like, they should have known how. It's simple. That was easy to write. Her character was easy as hell to write for this movie, and they botched it. I hated the fact that they made her look so stupid. That was dumb. Like, it was just dumb. Like no. You know what I mean? Like, I get it that, you were trying to write, they were trying to write her as moving on from those events, but that doesn't mean just because you're moving on that you shouldn't have that awareness to when something bad is happening. Just like with Lori. Obviously, she moved on with her life. They wrote her as such. But once she got that feeling, that evil presence is around, she felt it. And she started to take action. That's how they should have wrote Allison as well. And they didn't. They fucked this movie up. They fucked the characters up. They just fucked up. They did. Wayne Turner says, I got the vibe that the writers have no idea. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You could be right, Wayne. I just firmly believe that they decided that they were going to go in a different direction in a way to pay homage to Halloween 3. The more and more I think about this movie, the more and more I think about this as an homage to Halloween 3 and how different it was in the fact that it wasn't a Michael Myers movie. The only difference with Halloween Ends and the actual Halloween 3 is that you had Michael Myers in this movie, like, physically, as opposed to Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, where you only seen him on a TV screen. That's what they did with this movie. It was an homage to the entire Halloween 3 movie, in my opinion. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit because you didn't continue you should have been continuing from what you had with Halloween Kills and Halloween 18. We should have been getting a continuation with that. And instead, we got a movie that is a standalone movie in the form of a continuation piece. That's what we got. All right, guys, I'm going to read off a couple more of your comments, and then I'm going to wrap this stream up. But I appreciate every single one of you guys stopping in this stream and letting me vent, basically. Let me share my thoughts and opinions, as well as sharing your guys' thoughts and opinions on this movie. If you haven't already, please be sure to smash that like button. And when this stream is over, leave a comment in the stream so that, obviously more people can, become hit to the stream and to the channel, as that helps out a lot. That shows people that, we are engaging in this community and on this channel. So definitely smash that like button and share this stream as well. Even when the stream ends, share it, and like it. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Let me scroll down here. Hunting for Entertainment says, I'm also disappointed at how much little Lindsay didn't matter. She was a background worthy character. Yeah, they're continuing characters from Halloween 18, Halloween Kills. They did a bad job. They did a bad job with their character development and their story arcs being completed. Lindsay Wallace, Detective Hawkins, and Allison Nelson. Terrible fucking job. Terrible fucking job. Wayne Turner says, hanging a dump is way better than ends. If that is a real, unless you're talking about taking a dump, Wayne, and that's your way of saying taking a dump, You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a movie or if that's just your way of saying taking a shit, but I mean, I understand, man. I understand. The man, Halloween ending 2026. I mean, Halloween gonna end 2030. Oh man. I don't know, man. I do think they're definitely going to make more Halloween movies, more Michael Myers movies. I just obviously you're either going to have to blow it up or you're going to have to go back into a different timeline and restart a new timeline with some returning characters from the previous installments. I just don't know after watching Halloween Ends going forward. Can I buy Michael Myers being an unstoppable force, watching him get shot up and stabbed, beat up, whatever, and by him still living through that after what they did in Halloween Ends? I don't know if I can buy it anymore. I don't. Dream Master, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in, my friend. Saying Halloween lives. I don't know, man. In my opinion, I feel like Halloween died with this fucking movie. Honestly, I just. Ugh. Dante Deshawn says facts, man. Listen, again, anybody who comes across this stream, even after the stream is over, don't let my opinions and the way I feel misconstrue how you feel. You might feel completely different. You might like this movie. You might love this movie. So don't let my point of view misconstrue your thoughts or your feelings. I'm just telling you guys what I feel and what I know as a Halloween purist, what the fuck they did wrong with this movie. And I hope, even though I was ranting and being a little bit loud, I hope I've paraphrased it in a way to where you guys understood, where I was coming from with my points of view and all that stuff. Like, it just really sucks, man. It really sucks. I'm so just, I can't believe they got me, of all people, to be this fucking mad and disappointed. I never thought it was impossible in a Halloween. I didn't even get this mad with Halloween Resurrection. I didn't even get this mad with Rob Zombie's Halloweens. I'm pissed off with this one. They fucked up, man. They fucked up. Wayne Turner says, why didn't Michael pass on his evil earlier? That's right. They invented this bullshit just in this movie now. They made Michael dumb too. He would have passed on his evil earlier. Excuse me. Earlier, a different or a plot hole. Okay. I mean, I guess you can chalk it up to saying Michael was waiting for the chosen one. Maybe a young man who he feels reflects him. I said this in a video, on why did, and I asked the question, why didn't Michael Myers kill Corey Cunningham, right? Why didn't he kill him in the sewers? And I said that possibly when they lock eyes, when Michael's choking him and they're locking eyes, and Michael does the head tilt, I took it as maybe Michael sees a reflection of himself in Corey. That's how I take it. You know what I mean? That's just how I take it. Which is why I think why we see him drag Corey's body into the sewers and obviously not kill him, and then we get the eye transfer when Corey wakes up and all that stuff to begin with. But I understand where you're coming from, my friend. I do. Oh, Dante Deshawn, man, tell me about it. This is what I'm talking about. Dante Deshawn says Corey wrestled Michael in the sewer and takes his mask. That pissed me off. It's the fact that not even that he just took his mask, Dante. They made Michael after killing Mulaney. It seems he regained his strength. Remember, the more he kills, the more he transcends, right? But yet, when fucking Corey goes back into the fucking sewers and Michael's just standing there like he's waiting for him, they start wrestling and Corey fucking manhandles him. That's what really had me hot. Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. How did you just show me Michael Myers walking on the side outside of the sewers when Corey got thrown over the bridge? How did you just show me Michael walking up to him, dragging his 200-pound carcass with ease? But then when he's battling Mulaney, he gets knocked down and he's quivering and shaking like he can't get up or like he's having some type of seizure or a heart attack because he's so weak. But then when he kills Mulaney, you charge him up and do all that shaking like now he's back to full strength, only to have Corey fucking manhandle him? No! It just, no! That just doesn't make sense. It's just fucking garbage. It's just fucking garbage. That's just what it is. It's just fucking garbage. Hot garbage. Hot Pardookie. Flaming bag of shit on your porch. That's what it is. Like, that's the thing that really pissed me off with the movie. Was, hold the fuck up. How one moment you let this man look like his normal self, then in the next instance, he looks as weak as you said he's going to be leading into this movie. But then you recharge him. His batteries are recharged, but he still gets fucking manhandled? No! That is not Michael fucking Audrey Myers. It's not. Miss me with that bullshit. That is not Michael Myers. Even the dogs know it, and that's why they're fucking barking. They know it too. They watched the movie with me. And they were fucking not happy neither. After the credits start rolling, I heard my dog Dawn do one of these. One of those yelps. That's how fucking bad that's how bad it was when my own fucking dog knew it was a shit movie. I'm fucking joking around, obviously, but still, like, you get the fucking gist of how bad this fucking movie actually turned out. Especially with Michael Myers, what they did to him. I'm gonna quote Jason's mother and Jason 2009 Friday the 13th remake. You need to be punished for what you did to him. These sons of bitches need to be punished for what they did to Michael Audrey Myers in this movie. Like, I want to take a notebook and just... What was you thinking? Like... whoever the hell, I'm sorry, and I like David Gordon Green, but I'm sorry, guys. Like, damn it. I can't fucking believe they did this to my fucking favorite franchise, to my favorite fucking villain, my favorite horror icon, the GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend, Michael Audrey fucking Myers. They fucking destroyed him. Not just figuratively, but literally. Like, my God, ooh, man. Guys, gals, I told y'all in for a long one. I told y'all, man. I told y'all this wasn't going to be pretty. I'm fucking fuming right now. Like, what did they do? What did they just do? Can somebody explain to me why? Why? Like, you know what? No. Now! 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 That's Halloween Ends. When I watch it, all I can think of is Loomis in my head. Now! 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 Damn it! They fucking did it. I give it to them. Before I end the stream, I'm going to leave it off with giving them credit for accomplishing and telling the truth. They told us we were going to be mad. They told us this movie was going to be weird. They warned us, and we tried not to believe it. We tried not to, and for good reason, because we know that sometimes smoke gets blown up our ass just for promotional purposes. But I'll be damned. They were spot on with their fucking promotion. They told us no lies. They told us no lies going into this movie. This movie is going to piss you off. This movie is going to be different. This movie is going to be weird. And they accomplished that. But not in a good way. Not in a good way at all. Not in a good way. The conclusion in terms of killing Michael Myers was good. And it makes sense. Disintegrate the body. I just did not like the way they built him up through this entire movie. Like a fucking little punk ass, as Destination Station would like to say. Destin, if you end up watching this, I'm ripping your line, my friend. Baby back bitch. They made Michael Myers look like a baby back bitch in this fucking movie. How dare you? The GOAT. The GOAT. How dare you do this? Ugh. Guys. Ooh. Ooh. Let me get a couple more of you guys' comments, and I am just going to wrap this up. You guys see, I'm sweating. You know, that shit. Oh, your boy's on fire. I'm flaming right now, guys. I am flaming. But see, this is why I love this community and stuff like that, because even if we don't agree, you know what I mean? Even if we don't agree on the same talking points or just in general, you know what I mean? You guys are so supportive, and even if it's loud, can be obnoxious. You guys stick around and show your fucking support, and I really, really appreciate that, because that shows me you guys appreciate and see my passion for this shit. And that's what it is. This is why I go hard when I get mad the way I do, because I am fucking passionate about these movies. I love fucking Halloween. That is my franchise. It's just like with your friends. You don't want to see nobody fucking with your friends, right? Well, that's how I feel about Halloween. Don't fuck with Michael fucking Myers. Don't fuck with the character. Don't disrespect the character. And they disrespected the character. It's going to take a little bit for me to fucking forgive them for this. Honestly, it is. It is. It really, really is. It's going to take me a while to fucking forgive them for this fucking horseshit that they put us through. Hunting for Entertainment says, I think Michael used Corey to pass evil, and because he didn't try to stop him from grabbing a knife, but it was poorly executed. I actually like that. I can agree with that, Bob. I can actually agree with that, honestly, because now that I think about it, that makes sense. Kind of like with Freddy and Jason, Freddy using Jason to spread fear. You know, Corey is there through Michael to spread evil. It was just poorly executed. Yeah, I agree. I agree. My Chunk of Joy says, I love your passion. See, that's what I was just talking about. I appreciate that, because guys, I know sometimes somebody yelling into a camera and, excuse me, being loud and sometimes being derogative, cuss words and all that. Some people don't like that, and I respect that as well. You know what I mean? But it really, really makes me happy just me being able to be myself with you guys, coming straight from the fucking heart, because that's what it is, in all honesty. So thank you for that compliment, Jordy. She says, I love your passion. I think you should chill with a favorite film before you go to sleep and just try to forget for now. Actually, yeah, we're all of us content creators are going to be on this, even if we don't want to, for a little bit, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. We're going to be pushing content out in terms of Halloween Ends and having to talk about it and stuff. I will say this, guys, go over to Destination Station's channel, get notified to his live stream tonight. I will be on his live stream with him tonight. He asked me to come on with him and talk Halloween Ends. So go over there now, get notified, and hopefully you guys all will be there and join us for that live stream tonight. But I wish I could, just sleep on it and, get away from it, Jordy. But like I said, I'm actually going to see it in the theaters at 8:30 with my mom and my sister, as a family outing for tonight and stuff like that. And then obviously when I get back, gonna hit up Destination Station and hop on his live stream, and we're gonna have a nice, interesting conversation about Halloween Ends. I will be a lot more chill on his stream because I have respect, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. I don't want to be how I am on his stream, you know what I mean, how I am on my stream, you know what I mean. I try to respect, everybody else's channel and the way they do things and stuff like that. But definitely head over to Destination Station's channel and get notified to his live stream for later. Oh, Blanca, you're late. Oh, you know what? Since you missed all the fucking good parts, I will sum it up for you like this. This movie is fucking bullshit! 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 They fucking destroyed Michael fucking Myers in ways that is unforgivable. I'm not even just talking about the ending. The ending in terms of killing the vessel, killing Michael Myers, I accept that. It's the fucking build-up to it. The way they portrayed Michael as a little bitch the whole fucking movie, basically. Or if you want to say the 1 minute he looks like Michael Myers, he's strong, but then the next minute you got fucking Corey Cunningham out fucking wrestling him and taking his fucking mask. So, Blucka, glad for you to join us. I am about to wrap this bad boy up, but just to, long story short, the shit. No, I did not like this fucking movie. I had to let it really sit and simmer. Like I said, when I got done with the movie, I sat there and I said, okay, they tried to get different, which is, I respect it. But then as I sat and it stewed and all the fucking flaws, that is everything wrong with this movie, started to hit me, the more and more frustrated I get. So to answer your question, Blucka, thank you for stopping in, my friend. No, 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 no. No, I did not like it. It destroyed. I honestly feel like, and I guess the reason why I feel like the way I feel like some of my childhood they took away from me with what they fucking did to Michael Myers. I do. Everything I thought I knew about Michael Myers, they fucking destroyed it. They did. They just blew it away. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. Just, ugh. I agree, Wayne. Even for alternate ending, I would have been okay with that. You know what I mean? But if they would have executed it right in like the theater version or Peacock version, if they would execute the evil going into Allison correctly, I think it could have worked. I do. I think it could have worked. It would have been better than what the fuck we got, in my opinion. Dream Master, Halloween, the beginning of the end, 2055. Yeah, man. Listen, I I have no doubt that there will be another Halloween movie. I will say this: I just don't know if it will be based around Michael Myers or not. And the only reason why I say that is because in the end of Halloween Ends, when Laurie's finishing her memoir, she says something about, I guess I killed my boogeyman or I'm over my boogeyman, whatever. But evil never truly dies. It just takes different shape. That line was fascinating to me and leads me to believe that there will be more Halloween movies. Whether we get Michael Myers, I don't know. But I do think we'll get more Halloween movies. I will say that. Blucka says, I can't say I'm surprised. I saw the contradictions every step of the way. Yeah, man. Yeah, it just. Mm. Dante Deshawn, thank you, man. Hawkins was supposed to be the ultimate male survivor. He was supposed to sacrifice himself to save Laurie. See, not even just that. You know what I mean? I really wanted Hawkins, even if it meant he would have had to die to get to that point. I would have liked to see Hawkins get his shot to try to kill Michael, based on the buildup we got with his character in Halloween Kills. And they just completely shitted on Hawkins for some reason. I don't know why. And then you mean to tell me after 4 years, him and Laurie have barely seen each other since being in the hospital and being all cozy with each other? And then at the end of the movie, now they're deciding to hook up or hang out, whatever? That was bullshit to me, too. I didn't like it. I didn't like that at all. They capitalized on nothing that Halloween Kills accomplished, in my opinion. "2018 seems to be everyone's Halloween Ends." What do you mean by that, Blucka? Like, in terms of actually it being like the proper way to go out? I mean, I can agree with that, because if they would have just stopped at Halloween 18, making Michael Myers movies, and just would have did an anthology covering different topics the rest of the way, you could say that Halloween 2018 and the way it ended would have been a proper way to end the Laurie and Michael story. For the simple fact is, we know that John Carpenter didn't want to do any more Michael Myers movies after the original. He wanted to keep the fans wondering whatever happened to Michael Myers. And Halloween 2018 would have accomplished that by leaving Michael to burn in the fire, but we don't know if he's dead or alive, you know? So in that regard, yeah, I can see that. But okay, everyone, I am going to wrap this stream up. I appreciate all of you guys for hanging out. Hey, guys, calm down. I appreciate all you guys coming in and hanging out and let me vent and talk about some Halloween End spoilers. Again, don't let my opinions misconstrue, your thoughts. If you like the movie, hey, kudos to you. If you don't like the movie, I'm right there with you. I did not think this movie was a good movie at all. I feel like some of my childhood has died. And it's just sad what they did with this movie, in all honesty. Calm it down! But yeah, guys, do your boy a favor. If you haven't already, please like this stream. It helps the channel out a lot. As well as share this stream even after it ends. Drop a comment. Give me a second, guys. These dogs are going crazy. Okay, now I can do the proper outro to this video. Now that this stream, now that these dogs aren't barking anymore. Well, he's still going at it a little bit. But anyway, you guys, once again, this is I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. I appreciate you guys all for stopping in and let me, share my views and opinions on Halloween Ends with some spoilers in between. Be sure to drop a comment after the stream ends. It helps the channel out a lot. Helps, with the viewers, helps with the audience, and brings a bigger audience to the channel. You know what I mean? It helps with the subscriber increase. But I will catch you guys later. Again, be sure to check out Destination Station's live stream. Go get notified right now. I will be on there later with him, and we are going to talk some more about Halloween Ends, some spoilers, and all that good stuff. But I will catch you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. I shot him 6 times.